No, excited about this opportunity, a chance to have a top 25 team coming in to Oxford. Really encourage our fans to show up to create a atmosphere. I know it's going to be a great atmosphere, and just excited about that opportunity. Cal is a very, very good football team. When you watch them on tape, first thing that jumps out is how good and physical they are on defense. One of the best secondaries that we'll face all year. It's seniors across the board, defensive front. They got the leading returning tackler in the FBS coming back in Weaver. Their middle linebacker plays extremely hard, and they're very good in the secondary. Offensively, they grind it out. Their quarterback has been very good, hurting you with their legs and also throwing the football. So going to be a tremendous challenge, but should be a great atmosphere in Vaught Hemingway on Saturday, and really looking forward to it.
Give us some evals after you watched the film on this past Saturday.
Yeah, well, just again, I didn't think we played our best, but was very excited about Jerry and Ely, breaking records, and he showed up in the kickoff return. He showed up running the football. I thought Scotty ran the ball, and Snoop ran the ball good too. There were some decisions. We left some points out there for sure, and we don't want to see the 2 turnovers. Defensively, just there were some minor things here or there. We gave up some big plays that we hadn't been giving up in the past, but again, it's always good when you hold your opponent, to 60 yards rushing, and we rush for 200. That's a recipe for success for us. So we just got to continue to build on that.
Matt, you took a team out west a couple of years ago with a really late kickoff, and they're coming here for what for them is going to be a really early kickoff. What kind of adjustments do you make, or do you make any in terms of your players' body clocks to get them ready for a game like that?
No, we've already played one this year already to have the early kickoff. Are you talking about for them? Well, I think maybe coming out a day early potentially that would you could do that. But again, my biggest thing is it's tough to go on the road and win, especially when you got to manage a silent cadence and go on the road and play early. So again, that's why it's even more important for the fans to show up and create that home field advantage, because I feel like our players really feed off that energy as well. So just creating that home field advantage is key for us.
Matt, for this week, how helpful is it having Rich and Mike with their experience against a Pac-12 team, against a Justin Wilcox team, to kind of prepare?
Yeah, I think it works both ways. I think they have some familiarity with each other, having played against each other, but it works both ways because he's played against them too. So I think there is some familiarity. But anytime that you have a coordinator or a head coach that you played against, you can go back and watch some of those things, and it does help.
Matt, after the game, Rich talked like he might want to simplify some things in the offense. How have your linemen responded to the packages y'all have shown them and the things you're trying to get them to do through 3 games?
Yeah, you know what? I think you could always be better. There's things that you can always be better. But in the offense, again, I've said this, it all works together. The O-line, the quarterbacks, receivers, running backs, being on the same page. And sometimes it's the quarterback getting the ball out faster. Sometimes it's the O-line missing a block. Sometimes it's the running back, seeing the hole. But it all works together. And I think the more that you do simplify and the ball comes out quicker and that gets distributed to the right places at the right time, your chance for success goes way up. And as we continue to build with a young team, the more you simplify, it's getting the ball to the right spot and let's win with ability.
Matt,
would you guys do some different things with sets to help reduce those tackles for loss, different schemes or that, blocking?
No, I just think making sure we understand and rep everything that we're going to run against every look that you're going to see, because the more you do, the less you can rep in practice. So the more you simplify and you rep the same things over and over and over again, the more the ball goes to the right spot.
Matt, the middle linebackers I thought that filled in for Momo did a really good job on Saturday, especially number 10. Just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Jacquez, he played well. He keeps showing up. He's very physical and explosive. You saw the kickoff coverage. That was his biggest hit we've had in a while. He separated the guy from the ball. It was a textbook tackle. So, I just to have him coming on, it just shows that we're building that depth, that even when the guy does go down, you have a guy that can step in there and do that. And I think that says a lot about, Coach Coons and Coach McIntyre having a guys ready to go and step in there when somebody goes down, because it's going to happen. This is a long season. It's going to happen not only at linebacker, it's going to happen at every position, and you got to have the depth to step in there.
Matt, with this Cal team, what do they do so well defending the pass? Do you look at some of the games they've had against guys like Eason, and they've just played that side of the ball really well?
You just look at them and across the board. So number one is they have the personnel, as they're very, very talented in the secondary. They can play man. They're experienced in their zone coverages. They don't give you anything easy. They make you earn it. And when you have really good players executing a really good scheme, that's a recipe for success. So it's a combination. They understand their defense. Coach Wilcox done an unbelievable job of creating that culture on defense, and they're really, really talented as well.
Matt, it seems like a couple years ago when y'all went to Cal, they were in a similar position then that y'all are in now, switching from the air raid to a run-first offense, trying to reinvent their defense. Have you seen how they've been able to kind of turn that around and become maybe a team similar to what you guys foresee yourself becoming?
I think they've just done a good job of creating that mentality. The kids have bought in. They play really hard. They hold people. I mean, they're basically right now in the top 5 in every category, run and pass, in the Pac-12. And they're just they run around. They got a good scheme. They got good players, and they play hard. So, we just got to go in. We got to protect the football and got to find a way to move the ball, stay on schedule, stay out of negative plays. And they thrive off turnovers. I mean, they had a pick 6 against Washington. That was a big play. So we got to protect the football and stay on schedule.
I mean, just talking about that, protecting the football, Matt was clean on paper this week, but a few throws that looked like they could have gone the other way. How important is that with such a good defense?
One more time now.
Just with Matt protecting the football against such a good defense.
Yeah, I mean, you can't turn the ball over against anybody. We got to protect the football, and these guys are good in the secondary. So if you throw them, what they had 21 interceptions last year, which I think was second in the entire country, and they got the guys that picked those 20 of those guys, 20 of those interceptions are back from the guys who did it. So they are very talented in the secondary.
You mentioned big plays allowed, Matt. Was there a common theme there, or what did you guys
No,
see?
it was little things here or there, just attention to detail. And a couple times, we were right there and didn't make the play, but they got behind us on a deep ball, which haven't been happening. But it's more about attention to detail and just little things, and again, things that can be corrected.
Look like you got more people involved in the passing game by design, or did Corral just seeing more of the field now?
Yeah, I thought he got to his second. Third down was pretty good there at the end of the game, especially, and I thought he did a good job of getting to his second and third progressions there. And you credit the O-line for there when we needed it. We got some first downs, but I think every route has different people involved, and what they play dictates where the ball goes.
With kickoffs this year, I think it's 2 out of bounds so far. What are you guys trying to do with those corner kicks, and what kind of is the approach with that?
I think we're breaking into new kickers, and Spencer got his chance. He has a stronger leg, and he had 2 touchbacks early, which was good. And I think we had 7 or 8 kickoff coverages, I believe, and he kicked 1 out of bounds. Obviously, we want to be consistent, but he does have the stronger leg, and he'll continue to move forward, being the guy.
Anything else for Coach? I know we got the rule where on kickoffs you can actually fair catch it. I haven't seen one fair call this entire season. Is that something you just want to get away from?
No, we want to use it, and we have a system that we have, and if we have a certain kick, we want to return it. If we get another kick, we'll fair catch it. So, but again, if they keep kicking it to Ely, we want to give him chances. We feel like he can be explosive.